Good morning, everyone. It's it's nice to be here today. It's Sunday, 1st of August, 2021. It's 11:16 here in Ireland, and I I have the pleasure of giving the today talk. And we today we're gonna talk about uh, what is a prayer. So we will understand a little bit uh, what's the prayer, the effects, how it works. And I hope you enjoy it. And I hope you try to connect yourself with the superior spirits as well. Meanwhile, I see a lot of people are joining us here today, and I will do the initial prayer. Okay. So I invite everyone to have a deep breath if you want, if you can. Close your eyes, but lift up your soul, your thoughts, your mind towards superior spirits. Ask them to send over us his blessings, taking care of ourselves, prepare ourselves for our week, our day, putting ourselves in awareness and conscious mode. Give a certain relief to those brothers and sisters who are sick, who are in need, those who are thinking about suicide, those who are feeling lost. May today's talk somehow reach them and help them. So be it. Amen. Okay. So good to have you here. Hi, Elsa, my dear, and everyone. Okay, let me put my presentation here. Yeah, looks great. Patty. Yeah, you see, Leah was here, Now she's gone. She'll be back soon. Okay. Okay. So, as I said, what is a prayer? Okay. We may have different ways to answer that question. You can say it's the way we connect with God. You can say it's the way you are in peace with yourself. You can say this is a moment I'm in connection with nature. This is a moment I'm in connection with my mentors. This is a moment I'm in connection with myself. All of these are valid and correct answers. We will reach our best when we are in a moment with ourselves, in a moment I am with me. We forget about what's happening around us. And Andrea Luiz, I think it was Andrea Luiz, the spirit, he says that, for example, we have many cases, but in this case in particular, he said like the hospitals are those places who always listen the most sincere prayers, because unfortunately we we just think about prayer, we just connect ourselves with a prayer when we are passing through difficult moments. You know, when we passing through these difficult moments, we think, okay, I need to pray. But let's go any further more here. So, a prayer, according to the Spirit's book, question 659, the Spirits answer that question from Kardec, and they say a prayer is an act of adoration. Praying to God is thinking of Him, drawing nearer to Him, putting oneself in communication with Him. Through prayer, one may accomplish three things: give praise, make a request, and express gratitude. Yes, Allah. We're back. So, this is the main characteristic of a prayer: give praise, make a request, and express gratitude. We are, let's say, not more comfortable, but we used to do a prayer mainly when we want to make a request. That's what more common among us, you know. And unfortunately, we can see, especially among the young people, the, let's say teenagers, children, that they don't use this resource often. And why don't use to this? Perhaps the parents, perhaps is society, perhaps is the lack of a kind of instructions. It's there is no right or wrong answer here. We don't see the will of going to in connection. I don't know if there are so many things, so many distractions, let's call this today, so many distractions today that when we see we forgot, we just didn't do it. I don't know. I don't have an answer for those two questions here. I do not have. What I can have here is just comment with you and share, like brainstorming with you, but not a conclusion. But I do believe that all these points I brought here are valid. You know, it's a mix of everything. No, we don't see. We don't need the religiosity. We don't read the religion to make a prayer. But unfortunately, we connect ourselves. We connect not ourselves. We connect a prayer to our religion, and we are not talking about here religion. We're talking about having a moment with you in your plenitude. Like when you do a yoga, when you do a meditation, it's a prayer. It is a prayer. When we connect ourselves, we need to be ourselves without masks, without lies, without today now fake news, without any fake moments, fake feelings. No, it's you. And what can I ask for? Because if it is a moment, oh, Steven, you said when I do a yoga, when I'm doing a meditation, it's a prayer. Yes, it is. But I don't ask anything. So you don't need to ask anything. You don't need to ask anything in a prayer. And like we have here some examples, like for you can ask, if you want to ask something, you can say, oh, I want a forgiveness of faults. Um, we can ask to reduce our evil inclinations, or we can ask protection for ourselves and protection for our enemies, look after our health, look after health of the others, illumination during the troubled times, asking for our mentors to guide us, to help us, support us in the difficult moments. You know, Um we can ask courage to fight these moments. We can ask patience. We can ask resignation. We can ask inspiration when we're going to do something. Whether it's material or moral request, we always can include this in a prayer. Okay? And oh, but I do ask, but I don't get it. What I'm doing wrong? No, let's say you're not doing nothing wrong. Everything, everything you request that is not against or don't go or do not contradict the law of love, you shall get it. Okay? And we have difficult to understand what is this law of love, what is this divine law, what is this law of nature, what is this? This is the power. This is the engine who makes the universal harmony and balance. Every time when we make a request that do not make this balance, who will affect this balance, who will affect this harmony, it's not going to happen. We need to understand that we do our evil that we do have our evil part, even though we needed to fight, we needed to dominate, we needed to work this. It's composed by two parts. The parts that cannot be avoided, because this is part of our trials. This is part of our choice before we reincarnate. And also, we do have the parts in which we can overcome. Okay? So, our tribulations, like noises that happen caused by action we have done here. Perhaps we are facing some problem, and it was not in our reincarnatory plan. Was not in our in our project, let's call it. But because of my evil tendencies, I ought to do something bad. And the law of action and reactions is always, always right, always correct. Applies here. It applies here. So, the problem is the second part, when we, our tendencies, our manner to deal with that, it's higher than the evil, which is we need to go through. We do have more requests, we have more problems in evils, in bad things caused by us because of our current attitudes, our self, based on our selfishness, based on our pride, than evils that we cannot avoid, and we need to face that problem regardless what happened. So, because we do have more requests, people are more focused in working this second part here, we we lose control because we ask for sometimes things, small things, because we request sometimes uh, without think about it. We just want. And now we have a lot of people here: Elza, Patrícia, Vanderlei, Beta, João Paulo, Linda. So nice to have you are here, guys. Thank you. Thank you. So the conclusion of this is the human being, us, we are the author of the greater part of our tribulations or our afflictions. And this, and surprisingly, this could be avoided. How this going to be avoided? If always I act, or we, let's say, we act and behaved with prudence and wisdom. Unfortunately, I can see, I can use my example I have here in home, what's easy, like the children. Daddy, I want this. They just want. That is, well, if you say, why? Oh, because I want. And this is what we still practice in our life. I want that. I don't care what's the consequences. I want this and full stop. I want it. And we want what we want, but we don't want to deal with the consequence of what we want. Oh well, too many wants, But that's the point here. We want something, but I don't deal with the consequences. I want you to run a marathon. Let's take this example. We are in the Olympic time now. I want you to run a marathon. Perfect. But if I, Stevan, will run a marathon run right now, I give you 100% sure after 100 meters, I will die. But if I run a marathon and I prepare myself with exercises, achieving my goals, prepare a plan, prepare milestones, prepare all these, until the day I will run that marathon. The chances I will succeed in this endeavor, it's great higher. If we do this, we can see all these athletes in the Olympic Games. They prepare a lot. It's a life. So many frustrations, so many overcomes to be there, but they prepare themselves. It's a long journey until you be part of Olympic Games. But what we do? Oh God, please, I want to be in the Olympic Games. But we don't prepare ourselves. And what's the reason of this? The reason of this is we don't have, we cannot see our life from the top to the bottom. We always analyze, we always prepare our requests when we are at the bottom. Like the image you are seeing now, when you are at the top of the mountain, you have a open view. You can see clearly the obstacles, the barriers, the difficult paths or the good paths. You can see clearly, and it's easy to make a decision. Oh, I don't take the right, I will take the left. I need to stop there. I need to find this. I know I will have a lake. I need to prepare to swim in that part of this that pathway. Oh, I have this trouble here. Oh, I need this. So you can prepare yourself. And what we do, unfortunately, we don't have this view. We request a lot of things while I'm here, but without seeing 1 meter ahead of us. And we don't know that's ahead of us. We will have a river and we need to be prepared to transpose that river. And today, here in this position, I'm asking for a car, but I should ask for a boat instead of car to transpose the river. Sorry about the silly examples, but I think they are relevant. And according to the gospel, according to Spiritism, chapter 8, item 26, we can see the Spirit saying, if what we ask for is not granted to us, we must not overwhelmed by it. It is necessary to think, on the contrary, that the deprivation in this case is imposed on us as proof or atonement, and that our reward will be proportional to the resignation with which we endure to it. So we can ask God earthly benefits for sure, and He can ask us. He all the time talking to us. We don't listen it. We do not focus on it. We do not connect with that. Because when we ask for earthly benefits, we we judge this request based in our short vision. Remember, we are making this request when we are at the bottom of that mountain. And we can call when we are at the bottom of the mountain a short term vision. Okay? And this short term vision only see the present, only see today, only focus on what's going on now. Okay? And we cannot see what's gonna happen in 2, 3 days, a month. We don't see it. However, God and the superior spirits, they are on the top of the mountain. And they do have a long-term vision. With this long-term vision, if you're requesting here a car, but they see you're gonna face, you need to transpose a river, they say, no, let's not grant this car to him. That's not, and by the way, nobody will make appear like a fairy godmother. Oh, this is your car. No, we will receive the tools in order to allow you to acquire the car or to acquire what you are requesting for. That's the another thing, because we like things like, now I want a car now, I want this now, I want, no, you are even claiming for a good reason, a very good reason, and the spirits, God will go, oh no, wait, yeah, no, he's asking this, okay, let's support him. See the word I use? Support you. So they will send you good spirits in order to inspiring you to achieve that thing. They will give you challenges in order gonna allow you to use your mind, your body, your will in order to read that. You know? And why this happened? Why this happened? Because, and I like this in question 661 of the Spirit's book. God knows how to distinguish between good and evil. Praying does not hide sins. He who asks God to forgive his sins does not receive forgiveness unless he changes his conduct. Good deeds are the best prayers, for good deeds are worth more than words. You are the only one who know what you have done wrongly or not. It's not praying, oh, just pray this, just ask forgiveness to God, and he will fine, you'll be fine. It's forgiven. Well, ask for forgiveness. It's one step. But do you regret? Do you understood what is behind of your request? The consequences of what you have done and the consequences what you're asking for. Did you analyze it? Did you put this in a nice way? What's the consequences of this? Oh, consequences are good. I'm not harming anyone. I'm doing good to them. I'm doing good for her. I'm doing good for myself. I'm doing, oh great. You have the chances you get it. It's absurd. It's great. But sometimes, and most of the times, unfortunately, because of this short view, we want to request, and we request things that is good for me, but perhaps not good for my neighbor, is not good for my family, is not good for the other person. But we want, we need that. We feel that we need that. So the main point here we needed to understand the best way to advocate for our requests, as we can see here in the answer from 661, it's our deeds. Deeds not, oh, I need to be good here because I want that thing, so I need to behave well. This is like my daughter when she asked for a mobile phone. If I say no, you need to behave. She was very well behaved. Don't laugh. Don't shout. Very good until the moment I give the mobile phone to her. Don't act like this. Instead of she behave well, doing the homework, the exercise, help her mom with the household things. Uh, uh, um, when she comes to request to me the mobile phone, I have no way to say no. I cannot say no because she's been a good example. How are we going to say no? You can't because you didn't help your mom, but she did. Again, I'm so sorry for the silly examples, but it's the best way to picture this for you guys. And while she do something wrong, I always use that thing in order to say, no, you cannot have my mobile phone. Same thing applies to us. Do your experiences, do your life, do your attitudes advocate towards yourself in front the goodness, in front of the good spirits, in front of God? Answer that question. I I don't. I'm far from this. But if you are not too far from this, happy days. Keep doing it. If you are, I think I said wrong. No, you're not far. If you are close to this, keep doing it. Keep having faith. If you are far from it, rethink. Change your milestones. Change your attitudes. Change the way you see the world. Change the way you see your neighbor. Change the way you see your life. Why I have to change, Steve? The answer is simple because whatever you have done so far is not working. Change it. Because I'm asking, but I don't get it. I'm doing this, but I don't get it. I'm trying this, I don't get it. Okay, great. So if you're doing this and you're not getting it, change it. Change your strategy. Because the problem is not with your requests. The problem it is with your attitudes and this strategy you are using. Change the strategy. This is how the spirits or the people who have the evil tendencies they change because they are so tired, so frustrated of having that feelings, trying to vengeance, trying to do this. They are so tired of it that sometimes they say, okay, I give up. So they change it. And how we can deliver this message, how we can make this work. And then I how a prayer reads, how a message reach the receiver correctly. How is this connection? How is this made? How it works when I pray? I pray. It's again. A pray is not saying well-known prayers. You know by heart these prayers. No, a prayer is good morning. Thank you for this, my life. Thank you for my day. Thank you for this moment of difficulty. Please enlighten my words. Good morning, Jackson. He's from Curitiba. Should be cold over there, my friend. So pray for this. How it works. Then I will need to. I know it's a long text, but I didn't want to let me remove this thing here. I didn't want to contradict myself because in the Gospel according to Spiritism, chapter 27, item 10, the Spirits describe how works a prayer, how is the mechanism of prayer works. And I didn't want to say something wrong with my own words. That's why I put this long text here. I will read it carefully and you understand. It's necessary to consider all incarnate and discarnate beings as immersed in the universal cosmic fluid, which occupies space, just as we on Earth are immersed in the atmosphere of the planet. That's why I use this example. This is like people, they are inside of a water, like a fish. Okay? We are like a fish. What is surrounding us? It is the universal cosmic fluid. Okay? It is the universal cosmic fluid. And by the way, I will put it here to you. We had last Wednesday a wonderful topic with the Dr. Munir Gariba on the Spiritual Light Show. We spoke about the universal the universal cosmic fluid, and I'm putting the link here for you guys in order to allow you to see that if you did miss that. Also, I put a second link because Dr. Munir Gariba also gave a wonderful talk to Buzz and about the universal cosmic fluid, and this is this is great. Let me see here. Link here. Okay, this is the link number 1. And let's go to the link number 2. Okay. Both links are in the comment box for you guys. Okay. So we are immersed in the universal cosmic fluid. Like a fish, it is immersed in the water. Okay. Use this analogy here. This fluid receives an impulse from the will. So we generate our thoughts. They generate an impulse that will be transmitted to this universal cosmic fluid. This is the vehicle for thought, just as air is the vehicle for sound, with the difference that the vibrations of air are circumscribed, whereas those of the universal cosmic fluid extend infinitely. Like the voice. We need the air in order to you listen what I'm saying because my vocal cords vibrate. These vibrate with the sound in the air, and through the waves of the sound, you are able to listen what I'm saying. It's the same thing. Okay? So, when a thought is directed at someone, either on Earth or in space, from an incarnate to a discarnate, incarnate being or vice versa, a fluidic current is established between them that transmits the thought from one to the other, just as air transmits sound. In other words, this is valid from those who are in the errant, which is the spiritual world, or with us, we are incarnated. It's like me. You can walk on the street and someone is shouting. If it's not with you, you don't care. But if they say, "Hey, Stevan," I will. They call my attention, and this happened with the prayer. Believe it or not, prayer has an address and a receiver, and this will reach them. For example, Divaldo Franco, in one of his talks, especially in a talk he gave here in Ireland, I can go to Spiritism Ireland on our YouTube. All the talks given by Divaldo here are there, so you can watch the talk. But he says one day he was uh, reading a newspaper, and he read that a man had jumped in front of a train, and he was touched by that mess by that message by what he just read, and he every day, not every time, every day, he dedicates his time to pray towards that man. He doesn't know the name of the man, and he just called the man like the man who jumped the train in front of the train. And he used to do that prayer. Many years he used to do that prayer. Someday, a long time later, he received a message. He felt the presence of a spirit. And Divaldo, his mediumship, his wonderful mediumship, he said, "Oh, my friend, good night, good day, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome. Okay, what can I help you? What's wrong with you?" No, and he said, "Oh, I just came here to say thank you." And Divaldo, "Thank you, but I don't know you. I don't remind me to. I don't remember doing something to you because I don't know you." And then he said, "Just I will say just one word, and you know, because you did a lot to me. The man who jumped in front of the train." And he said, "Wow, was you? Yeah, what's me? Yeah, good. Why? Why you're here?" And he said, "Because I was suffering a lot, And the only moment I had seconds of relief of that pain, because I was feeling the train cutting my legs, cutting my arms, devastating my body. But in this time, I just felt seconds of peace. And this second of peace is allow me to pray. And this, according to the spirits who rescued me, because I requested, hey, why I was suffering, and I had these spots of reliefs. And he said, oh, because Divaldo was doing a prayer for you. And I came here to say thank you for what you have done to me. Divaldo didn't know his name. Divaldo didn't know if he is white, black, what's religion. He didn't know anything. He just prayed to the man who jumped in front of the train. And the message reached him. And the prayer allow him allow him to have moments of relief. See, the message reached. Okay, I have interpreter here. Okay, let's keep going here. So the energy contained in this current remains proportional to the force behind thought and the desire. So, in other words, as strong as is our desire, our intention, higher and better is this force. It is how you're going to reach that person. So when you pray for a beloved one who passed away, I'm saying, if you're praying with love, this is going to reach them in seconds, almost instantly. But if you pray, oh, please, yeah, I have this, yeah, thank you, yeah, no, without the intention, without the purpose, without the feeling, this perhaps will reach the right person, the right thing, but you take some time. What's the secret is, what is your will behind that prayer? So far, so good. I think you're understanding what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand, Leah?
Yeah.
Or you're getting the point?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to pray with
Our love and our attention.
Yes,
Yeah.
love and intention. That's very good. Yeah, very good, Leah. So all our aspirations move energies for good or for bad. Remember, the bad works the same way. For this reason, their direction remains our responsibility. If you want to harm someone, if you want to harm someone, and we pray for that, this is going to reach them as well. But what cannot change here is our responsibility. You want to be responsible to pray for someone for their best, or you want to be responsible for someone to pray for them to cause bad things, to lose the job. So this is what you need to be aware. You are responsible. You are responsible either for your good prayers or bad prayers. In the book, The Messengers, from André Luiz, by psychographer by Chico Xavier, on chapter 25, André Luiz says, there is no unanswered prayer. And prayer, child of love, is not just supplication. It is a communion between the creator and the creature,
Creature.
thus constituting the most powerful magnetic influx that we know. Pay attention to the first sentence. There is no unanswered prayer.
There is no unanswered prayer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Olha lá. Vovó Elza said good, Leah and Tete.
Thank you, Baba Elsa. Thank you, Baba Elsa. We love you. We love you.
So every time the spirit places itself in this mental attitude to do a prayer, and mommy as well.
Hi, mommy. We love you.
So it establishes a link between it and the beyond. So every time when our mental attitude generates this impulse, generate this connection, establish this link. Remember the example of the voice. And this link either is good or bad. That's the point.
Yes, that's the point.
So we need to be responsible for what we are thinking. So Stevan, you were saying to me, we need to watch our thoughts, we need to watch our prayers, we need to watch we need to policy us every time. I said, yes, you got right. If you're thinking like this, you are right. You need to policy. We need to take care of our thinking every single day. Also, I like a definition by Leon Denis in the book After Death. It's on chapter 51. And Leon Denis says, in the prayer that he directs each day to the eternal, the sage, us, does not ask that his destiny be happy. The sage, the sage here is not us. The sage here is the wise person. Okay, that's the name. The wise person does not ask that his destiny be happy. He does not ask that the pain, the disappointments, the setbacks be taken away from him. No. What he wants is to know the law in order to better fulfill it. What he craves is help from above, the help of benevolent spirits in order to bear the evil days worthily. So, a sage, a wise person, do not ask to change our trials, to remove the barriers. We ask to have wisdom, to have courage to face this, to have more wisdom. Okay? And there is an example on the book, the Gospel according to Spiritism in chapter 27, at 6, 7, and 8. That is a good example. A man is lost in the desert. Okay? Thirsty, suffering from sunburn, all these, And then he asked, in a moment of true prayer, he asked God an inspiration for to find a way out, And good spirits reach him. And this prayer reached good spirits. And the good spirits, remember, they're on the top of the mountain. They said, oh, there is a oasis or a water stream on the right side. So what they do, they send these good vibrations and inspire the man who did the prayer to take the right turn instead of the left turn. And the man receives the message. And he takes, let's assume he will receive the message, and he took the right turn. And he found the oasis, he had his water, he find life, he was rescued, everything was fine. Uh, a selfish person will say, "Oh, what a good idea I had. I took the right instead of the left. Wow, I'm so smart. So, oh my gosh, well, I made the right choice." A wise person or a sage, like Kardec, Leon Denis says here, they say, "Thank you for the good spirits. Thank you, God, for the good inspiration in allowing me to reach, to take the right instead of the left." So what's what's your position? And now I do want to take my water. Okay? Based on this, can I change the nature of our trials and change their course? On this question 663, the Spirit says, "Your trials are in God's hands, and there are trials that must be endured to their turn. God, however, always takes equanimity into account. Prayer bring good spirits to your side, who provide you with the strength to endure your trials with courage. Make them seem less hard. Heaven helps who help themselves." This is very profound. And there is a complementation to this. It's on question 664. The souls for whom you offer a prayer experience relief because it represents a testimony of the interest you have in them, and because unhappy souls always find solace when they assist with their own goodwill. So again, guys, there is no unanswered prayer. What's gonna make this is the intention, it is the deeds, it is the inspiration. Like here, God takes equanimity. Prayer brings good spirit. So God will not remove the trial you need to face, the problem you need to face, but He will send good spirits in order to help you overcome that barrier. And instead you feel very bad, having bad moments overcoming that barrier, you will go through this flawless. And you say, "Oh, I thought it was going to be more difficult, but it was easy." Instead, it was easy because you have received help. Keep going here. That's it. On Gospel according to Spiritism, chapter 27, item 12. What prayers do is not remove the wrong from us, but turn us away from our bad thoughts that cause us harm. Although prayer does not prevent the fulfilling of God's law, nor does it suspend the course of the law of nature. It stops us from infringing these laws by guiding our free will. That's the purpose of a prayer. And I love this definition here. Prayer does not prevent the fulfilling of God's law, nor does it suspend the course of the law of nature. So if you have to face a problem, you will have that problem. But you need to decide if you want this in a tough way or an easy way. With prayer, is in an easy way. In a tough way, it is without prayer. It's your choice. It's your free will. Everything, it's a free will. How are you using your free will? So that's the last slide. I cannot finish without Leon Denis. He is helping us a lot, and I'm so thankful for his guidance. Not to me. I'm always, but to the spirit movement, because we can see in this year a wonderful guidance for him from him. And he says in the book, same book after death, chapter 51, the prayer. And he says, in times of discouragement, inner afflictions and despair, who has not found calm and comfort in a prayer, or at least a relief for their ills? A mysterious dialogue takes place between the suffering soul and the evoked power. The soul exposes its anguishes, its weaknesses, begs help, support, indulgence. And then, in the sanctuary of conscience, a secret voice answers, the voice of the one who from whom all the strength for the struggles of this world comes, all the balm for our wounds, all the light for our uncertainties. And that voice consoles, restores, persuades. It brings courage, submission, resignation down to us. We get up less sad, less downcast. A ray of divine sun shone in our soul. It made the hope to burst forth. And I hope this will help you with your prayers.
Mm-hmm.
Nerida,
Yes.
you're gonna do a prayer or a sing to us today?
Sing.
A sing, okay. But before she sings, before her prayer, let's go because we do have some announcements here. I hope you like it, guys. I hope you understood. I know this was very briefly, but I want you to just to show you how is important the prayer.
Yeah, and to believe in God.
Yes. So, as I was saying here, I recommend also look for Leon Denis books. Wonderful guides, amazing. All this his books, amazing, amazing, amazing. So, so we will have on the 7th of August, next Saturday, a lecture by Emmanuel Dutra, and he will talk about lectures by Leon Denis. It's on 7th of August, uh, 4 p.m. UK time, London time, and you can watch this in Cardiac Radio and Buzz, YouTube, on Spiritist Society of Ireland YouTube, and this will be hosted by our dear friend Adam Osborne. Okay, I'm looking for it.
And
Yes. Also, on the 28th, 28th of August, we will have a wonderful talk about spiritual questions about animals. The speech will be given by a vet and the spiritist person, Dr. Aulos Cavalieri Karsioff, and you can watch this on Buzz, YouTube, and Facebook. It's on the 28th of August at 4 p.m. So those who love animals, like this girl here,
nie to Giovanna more, even puppy and kitty.
yes, it's you cannot miss that talk. Okay, and the last one here, no, not that one more. Our spiritual light show on Wednesday. where to find answer to existential question. So 9 p.m. on Wednesday, we will talk about where to find answers to existential questions. Uh, Two more here. Also, we encourage you to help uh, us with High Five. High Five is a project that supports a group in Salvador and a group in Curitiba. In Curitiba, name is Instituto Multirão. In Salvador is Grupo Espírita Sheila. And if you want to know more about it, just go to www.kardec.org.uk and you can give your donation. Doesn't matter the value, but you help them to support those people who are in need, especially in these times. Also, Adam Osborne have this insightfully speaking. The episode number 4 is already on YouTube and Facebook. Is with Florencio Anton. Florencio Anton is one of the guys who helps this Grupo Shell in Salvador. I think he is one of the responsibles. So that's a good opportunity to know him. And Tani Stevanin, it's a psychologist in UK. Wonderful knowledge. Please be there. And also, let me see, I have now our announcements here. Every Wednesday, no, I took the wrong banner. Sorry. Okay, every Wednesday at 4, let me use that because I not find the other one. Yeah, every Wednesday, we have our study group here in the Spiritist Society of Ireland. So it's 8 o'clock p.m. London time. If you want to be part of this study, send an email to spiritismireland@gmail.com. Spiritismireland@gmail.com. And for sure, Tanya and Neide will send you a link. It's not a live study, it's a study in Zoom, but there is no requirements, no needs for this. Okay, and every Tuesday and every Thursday, we do have our lives, 7:15 p.m. Ireland time. Okay, so that's it from me.
Thank you.
And now let me change the screen here, and we do have Tete doing our final prayer.
Is it praying or is it singing?
Well, what do you want to do? Well, is a sing is a prayer as well.
I don't understand.
Yeah. Okay. So do your singing.
Okay. We don't know what happened to us. We got cold, sad, and sad. But now we are happy now because we are going to see our family. But God came and saved the planet with his light and love.
Very good. Very good. You did this today?
I write it all in the paper.
Oh, very good. So let's do a prayer with us, everybody. So do a prayer as well? Do both today? Fine.
Yeah.
Go.
God, thank you for this day. That was a very good day to everything will be okay in this whole entire planet. Amen.
Amen. Thank you all. I wish you a blessed week, a wonderful Sunday, and
wonderful work.
And a wonderful work. Okay? Stay safe, stay well, and we meet you again on Tuesday with our lives. Okay?
Bye.
Thank you. Good day.
Bye,
good night.
Elisa.
Bye. Bye. Here. Mommies. Linda. One more. Jackson,
Hi,
João Paulo,
João Paulo.
Chapati. So thank you guys. Chabeta.
Hi, Tia Beta.
So thank you. Bye bye.
Bye. See you on the next Sunday and Tuesday and Wednesday.